What is wonderful trailer, exciting, everyone's looking forward to it, yes? Wow, okay. Chalo, itna bhi. I want to ask you one thing. You've always said, and I've heard you say somewhere before, that at the core, Jaane Jaan is a romance. It's a love story. How difficult is it to have the love story come through when your plot is constantly twisting and turning? You know, you have actually married two very, very important spaces together. How difficult is it to craft something like that?
In this case, it was a little easy because, I had that book in my hand. I was given it on a plate. So it was just a process of taking it and adapting it. But the focus was, for me, it was always a love story. When you read the book, people tell you it's a thriller, it's a murder mystery, it's ye hai, wo hai, alana, falana, dimkara. But mere liye, this was just pure love story, a man who would do anything for love, and he didn't expect anything in return. That's the bit which I had, a difficulty to, because I'm not like that. No, but, so this character was amazing and unique, and I needed somebody, I needed my King Kong to come in to give his unrequited love, and Jaideep came in, and then, of course, Kareena was there to take the character to another level. Then Vijay took on the mantle of three characters and made them into one. And yeah, actually, they are the one who made it so easy, I just wrote
That was going to be my next question to you as a director. How does your job get really easy when you have, maestros of the craft
Amazingly
with
easy.
you? I mean,
मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं.
Evolve the story into what you like, because you've got guys who are going to do it for you.
Yeah, amazingly. With these three, it was just a cakewalk. I just gave them the character. I probably wrote the character at 2. They took it to 200. And they made the character, they took responsibility, the accountability, सब कुछ लिया इन्होंने, सब कुछ किया. I just wrote it and ये ले भाई character ले. But thanks to all these three, the film is what is you see, The film belongs to them, to Obik and to Urvashi, and they are the one who made the film. Wow. My editor, my cinematographer, and these three amazing, amazing people. Yeah.
Okay, lots of questions to ask, but Jayu and Akshay, I'm going to get the next one to you. How did Jaane Jaan happen? How did you put it together? This is quite a stellar coming together, and as a producer, you've managed to pick the best and put it together and make a wonderful film out of it. So how was it, how did it come about for you guys?
All Sujoy. Sujoy was very clear from day one of how he wants to make the film. I think he's been living with the film for quite some time. So I think it is in his blood, the film. So he was very clear of where he wants to shoot it, how he wants to shoot it, who should be in the film. So in fact, he made it easier. We just had to make sure his vision gets, he gets everything to make the film.
Amazing. Akshay, what about you? How did the whole partnership come together?
So Joy and I had made a film before this together.
Right, of course. So it was a natural.
And then we were discussing what to do next for the longest time. And then when this came up, Jayu and I decided to put this together for us.
Lucky for the film then.
Yeah.
Okay, Monica, what is it about murder mysteries and thrillers that people love so much? Like, what is it about it, and why are audiences all across the world, gravitating so much to this genre, this space? I mean, I thought, it would be nice to shed some light on it and why we are so attracted when we're sitting to watch something saying, okay, let's watch this. This title looks great. Some thriller, mystery.
Actually, you're right, Minnie. It's one genre that is consumed so much. Like, and from a global Netflix perspective, this is one genre where film, series, anything which really taps into, human curiosity and mystery that you have to unravel. Streaming is all about, of course there's lean forward, like there's lean back viewing, but crime and mystery and thrillers are very lean forward viewing. And as human beings, we love that intensity, wanting to know what happened. So I think Jaan was just it's such a beautiful and heady mix, I would say, of romance and crime and amazing characters that, the three of them have brought to the screen. Each of them, like I can't think of, anyone else playing Maya D'Souza. Like Kareena is Maya and Maya is Kareena. And, Naru and Vijay's character as the cop who looks very sweet, but we
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, who knows who's good, who's bad. Everybody has shades of grey, and when they come together, there's a heady cocktail that happens, and that's the story that Sujoy has woven, and that's the story that I think Jayu and Akshay, and by the way, I want to just call out that this is our first time partnering with Jayu and Akshay, and it has been such a wonderful partnership, such a giving partnership that we've had. It's been truly collaborative, and I really hope you'll work with Netflix again, both of you. And Sujoy, of course, and all of you. I mean, we are not letting you guys go anywhere, just like Vijay has been doing. I think all of you, we are going to ensure that we tie you guys down to Netflix. We're so happy about the
I
way
can tie them
Jaane.
up.
Sorry?
I can tie them up.
Yeah, he's your agent. He's special.
Of course. I mean, last
Ghar ka
time,
aadmi.
yeah, he got tied up last time in the chair on
As a revenge.
Yeah, as a revenge, he can tie everybody else up. So I think Jaane has really come together in such a smoldering and such a brilliant way that I think it just dishes the core of the genre, जो सबको crime और mystery thrillers में जो भी appeal करता है, that's like absolute center of plate. So, it just keeps you hooked there. So I'm very excited.
Amazing. So picking up from what Monica just said about Kareena, about her, playing Maya D'Souza, I thought you looked so comfortable playing, Maya D'Souza, which is also very unlike what we've seen, Kareena doing in films. It was almost like you were in the skin of the character, you looked the part, you felt comfortable. I wanted to know what exactly was, apart from the fact that Sujoy was directing it and he was excited about the story, as an actor, what was it about her character that really appealed to you to play it?
I personally enjoy watching thriller, crime,
Okay.
Mystery. That's generally my go-to, even when I'm watching Netflix or whatever. I'm steered towards that. So when I read this story, I was like, I think it's just amazing because it's out of a personal choice. I think जब आप खुद ऐसी films देखते हो या ऐसी shows देखते हैं, you are more wanting to kind of do that. So what better to be debuting on Netflix than with a thriller? So it was like a kind of a instant kind of a feeling.
So you didn't have second thoughts about it, you were going to do it the moment you read it?
Yeah, for sure. And also, of course, I've loved Sujoy's work and we've always wanted to work together. Like I said, for over a decade, we've been back and forth. And
So this was...
finally I worked with you, Sujoy.
I mean, she rejected, about 100 scripts?
Is that right? So you got the right one?
Yeah.
Well, all's well that
Finally.
ends well, no?
Yeah.
But before I leave the room open for everyone's questions, Monica, one final question to you. Don't look so surprised. I just want to know it's something everyone wants to know. What is it about a script that pulls you in and makes you want to green light it? How do you put your finger on it and say, okay, this is the one we want to go with?
I think it's the easiest and the most difficult question that can be asked because really when an idea comes, a pitch comes, when producers bring it or creators bring it or a talent wants to, star in a story, I think we have to think of that story by itself and we have to think of what we can do with it on Netflix. How can Netflix serve that story and take it to everyone across the world at the same time in so many different countries and cultures? What is that absolute appeal of that story to your own audience in that country. And then, beyond that, what is the universality of that story? What are the emotions it taps into? So I think selecting stories is a function of, like I said, the story itself, what we can bring to it as Netflix as the strongest global sort of distribution platform, the creative streaming platform, and what can it really do for the audiences here and everywhere else. So I think all of that is playing across in our minds as a team. We see the vision of the creator, like what is Sujoy thinking, what do Jay and Akshay want to do, what kind of story do they want to tell, and then who's the talent that should be upfronting the story. So I think it's always a very amazing mix of everything, and like you rightly said, you tell many, many stories, and then there are some where you just know. You know when you know that that magic has happened, that something that you were trying to put together, like it's got its own energy and it's moving in a direction. So I think that feeling is very special. And I think Jaane is that feeling.
Has it.
It is that emotion. So, I mean, that's the process of selection.
Amazing. I'm going to stop jabbering and I'm going to open the floor now to everyone who wants to ask questions. If you could only raise your hands and we'll be happy to ask you. The mic will come to you and we'll be happy to take questions. Yes, can we have the mic?
So, hi Kareena, hi everybody, hi Vijay, hi Jaydeep, hi Shujaita, hi Monica. I loved the trailer. First of all, I am a murder mystery freak, so I really want to watch it. I'm a thriller freak. Actually, when you introduced Kareena as a game changer, I would like to tell a few things. As a person who's always watched you, like grown up watching your films, the industry has gone through massive paradigm shifts in the last 20 years that you've been in the business. And you've witnessed and you've actually stayed relevant with all the changing times. How do you manage to do that? And with a film like Jaane, which is your Netflix debut, which is your OTT debut, it's also in a very different space from what people could have perceived you in. They would have wanted you like a heroine and you are here in a very de-glam avatar. How do you manage to stay relevant? Is there a process to that madness?
What a wonderful question.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jao.
Nayan, very different question from you. And at least you're not asking me to do dance on Ajadina.
I know, what a nice
for your
question.
reel. Huh? I think he wants, I know Nayan wants that. Huh, Nayan? I know you better. Acha, later. Okay, pakka. But I think that it's nothing, there's no thought behind anything. I think as an actor, everyone wants to try and do something different at every stage in their life. Of course, with me, it's always been very difficult because I've always been like known for that, whether it's poo or geet or like I said even in the announcement thing, कि वो एक दिमाग में बैठ गया है. So that has been a conscious effort that at least now I want to do different things. Even though I have always tried, but people still always push those roles ahead. They don't give the films that I've done before and chosen the characters, whether it was Dev, Yuva, Chameli, Omkara, whatever, I've always tried to, but they still go back to that. But hopefully now, I mean, I'm going to keep trying to do it. And I know they will keep coming back to Poo and Geet.
Wow, nice question.
Hello?
Yes, the lady over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Manjari. I'm from Pop Diaries. And firstly, congratulations to the whole team of Jaane. Absolutely a very, very fantastic trailer. I loved it. And I'm sure the audience will too. My first question is to Monica. After Chor Nikal Ke Bhaga, Rana Naidu, Kaura, and now Jaane, what's next for Netflix? Because you've been giving us hits and hits and hits.
I mean, next is Jaane, which
After that.
yes. Lots is coming. I think we will share by and by. Some of it we've already announced. We've got very interesting series, very unique, first time in India called Kala Pani, which is going to come. There's Chuna, there's Vishal Bhardwaj's Khufia that's going to come, there's Archie's that's going to come. And there are a lot of big blockbusters from the cinemas that are going to come in Hindi and Tamil, Telugu. So there's, I think we are just not going to give anyone, hopefully, my fingers are crossed, any time to anyone to find an evening anywhere else on any other platform. That's our endeavor, to really be there for you guys, to try and give you the best entertainment that you like in every single genre. That's what we do as a team. So I'm very excited, and most of all, I'm excited for Jaane because it's a countdown. It's coming on Kareena's birthday. And we were just very excited about the date. And did we have to convince you, or you convinced us? I've forgotten. But it was just the right date. And I think we are all just looking at 21st September now. And it's going to be really sizzling.
And over to Kareena. Ma'am, I just want to ask you, when we talk about you, we talk about glam, we talk about stunning, gorgeous, avatars on the big screen. I want to know, what was the transformation like into Maya? We know why you chose, but what was the transformation like?
Transformation was, I think the focus is always on the performance, but obviously look is also important, but you're just used to seeing me in a constantly glamorous kind of role on the big screen. That, if little bit also, if I change a look, it's like, oh God, this is slightly different. But obviously the focus is also on the performance of Maya more than anything else.